Right guys, in this video, I'm going to go over everything that you need to start an email marketing agency that generates 10k a month profit. Right guys, just a quick one before you watch the rest of the video. Make sure that one, you watch it till the end because we're doing the giveaway and there's going to be a ton of value given away in this Notion document. I'm going to quickly go through exactly everything that you're getting. No joke, this is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's the exact system that we use inside my agency, and I'm going to show you exactly what you're getting. All you need to do is click the link in the description, sign up to the newsletter. I'm going to send you the link and you're going to have access to all of this for yourself for completely free. So once you've signed up for the newsletter, you get your link. It's going to be a Notion database. It looks pretty simple, and that's because I can't be bothered designing it all, but this is everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the ChatGPT prompts and a brand brief to fill out. There's an instructional video showing you how to use all of this. You're going to get the calendar and task management system. You're going to get our SOPs on how to write all of the automated flows. You're going to get the Klaviyo SOPs and how to set up all the triggers. There's going to be miro boards inside there showing you how many emails to put inside each flow and how to space them out. And you're also going to get our 2 custom GPTs that we use. I wasn't going to give this away, but fuck, I'm just going to give it away. The 2 custom GPTs that you use the prompts for, and these things are amazing. They write emails in seconds, and it's what we use inside the agency. So make sure that you sign up to the newsletter, and then make sure that you watch this video to the end because there's going to be a fucking ton of value in the full thing. Enjoy. This is going to be a full course. I'm going to show you exactly what an email marketing agency is, the customers you're going to target, what you need to do, all the knowledge and experience you need, who you need to hire, the softwares you need, how to set up flows, how to set up campaigns, how to do outreach, how to charge, how to take payments, a little bit of sales, and then show you the numbers that you need to be generating to get to 10k a month profit. Now, take all of this from someone who currently runs an email marketing agency that generates over 30k a month profit. So not revenue, just profit, because who cares about revenue? Nobody. It's all about profit. There's no point making an agency that makes 100k a month, but it makes 20k profit. It's just pointless. We're only focused on profit. This is for beginners. I'm going to show you as simply as I can. I'm caffeinated up, I'm nicotined up. I'm going to try and not ramble. I'm going to try and keep this as concise as possible. And I'm just going to run through everything that you need. So the best place to start is, what is an email marketing agency? Now, there's a ton of different agency models out there, from like social media marketing, like Facebook ads, short form video content. But this one that we're speaking about right now is email marketing for e-commerce brands. And in my opinion, it is probably one of the easiest ways to get to 10k a month if you're a complete beginner. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Because we use AI for a lot of this stuff, so you don't even need to know how to write copy. And I'm just going to show you everything that you need. So, email marketing agency. Basically, all they do is send emails. That's all you're doing. For an e-commerce brand, that's all you're doing. All you do is send emails. Do not overcomplicate this. Now, the reason that it's so lucrative is because it's one of the highest ROI channels for businesses. With the right strategy, you can help clients make up to 40% of their total revenue from email alone. And the ROI, I believe it's for every $1 spent on email marketing, it generates 42x. So you can, like, on Facebook ads, it's maybe 2 if you're really good. So that's why it's so lucrative. And all you do is you send emails for brands, you manage the list, you set up the flows for them, you do some A/B tests, and you send campaigns, and you help them grow their list. That is it. That's as simple as it gets, okay? So that's what an email marketing agency is. Now, who is the customer? E-commerce brands using platforms like Shopify, and we basically just help them with retention and sales. You can also go after info product creators, but for this video, we're going to focus purely on e-com. Now, who are we looking for? We're looking for businesses with existing customers. Okay, the companies that you reach out to need to be making money already. They need to have a traffic source from somewhere else, whether that's Google, organic, Facebook. Ideally, you want them to be running ads on Facebook, or else if a brand's not running ads on Facebook, they're probably dying, okay? They need to be generating traffic from somewhere, because email is not a traffic generator. It's not top of funnel, it's bottom of funnel. So when you think about it like that, what happens when someone to get someone onto a website is you need some sort of ad, whether that's organic or a Facebook ad, okay? But they come into the funnel there, then we capture them with a sign-up form. That's 9 times out of 10 on any Shopify website, you're gonna find a sign-up form. We collect the email, and that means that we can remarket to them. And as I said before, all we're doing is sending emails. Keep it as simple as possible. Now, don't work with broke clients, that's another thing. Any business if you're just starting out, you can work with Shopify brands and stuff that's making like 10K a month. It's still possible, but ideally you want them to be making over 20K a month because then it's going to be easier for you to get results for them. Plus, your clients need to be able to afford your services. Clients can be willing to spend to 1 to 5K per month for email marketing services. If you're really good, there's some agencies that charge as high as 10K, or if they've got some sort of rev share deal, it can be a lot more. But I'm just talking about normal, 1 to 5K. That's how much you can charge clients. And the great thing about this is once you've set this up, it's really, really easy to maintain. Once you set up flows and you're sending campaigns and you've got a system, which I'm going to show you how to build, it is super simple to maintain. It's not like Facebook ads can be quite a lot more complicated if you run a Facebook ad agency because you constantly need to be getting new creatives. You maybe need to manage that part of it. Like I said, all we're doing here is just sending emails. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip here. This, not this. I would only ever work with Shopify brands. The reason for that is it integrates so well with the platform that we're going to use called Klaviyo. If you go for brands that are on Wix and WooCommerce, it's a lot more complicated to set up, and Shopify just makes everything easy. And I just tend to stay away from anyone who's not on Shopify because they end up just being a pain of a client for some reason. I don't know why, but anyone that I've worked with on WooCommerce just ends up being a pain of a client. Shopify brands know what they're doing. There's a reason that brands like Gymshark are on Shopify. It's because it's the best platform to be on for e-commerce. So they need to be on Shopify, okay? I would stay away from WooCommerce and Wix. If it's your first client and you really want it, then you can go for it, but I'm just saying I would stay away. So what will you actually be doing, right? There's a few things that you're going to be doing, but again, keep it simple. You're going to set up their automated flows. That's things like welcome series, their checkout abandonment, their cart abandonment, browse abandonment, site abandonment. I'm going to go over all of this later in the video, so stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how to build it all out. But you set up their email flows, and then you're going to send campaigns. Now, these are like one-time emails. The automated flows get triggered when someone adds to cart, and once they're set up, they send automatically. That's why they're called automatic flows, okay? Campaigns are different. These are the ones that we write every single month for them. We tend to do between 28 and 30 campaigns a month for brands. You can get away with as little as like 12, okay? The other things that you're going to be doing is testing, optimizing, A/B testing subject lines, A/B testing the content that's inside the email. So you'll do this for flows. And what we're trying to do is make sure that every single email is producing as much clicks and revenue as possible. The only other thing that you need to do is monthly reporting. Just tell the clients what's actually going on inside the accounts. Like I said, keep this all simple. All you're doing is sending emails. So, what knowledge and experience do you actually need, right? The first one is Klaviyo, because that is the platform that you're going to use to integrate with Shopify, and this is the platform and software that you're going to use to actually send the emails, like the campaigns and the automated flows. Klaviyo basics, you can learn this in 2 to 3 days. I'm telling you right now, you can learn it in 2 to 3 days. Go to another YouTube video that shows you how to use Klaviyo. I'm going to go over a little bit in this video, but there's full tutorials that are on for like 2 hours. Just watch that. Get a Klaviyo account, you can sign up for a free one, play around with building out the flows, play around with all the triggers. Like I said, I'm going to show you in a little bit, but you can learn that in pretty much like 2 days. The second part that you need to learn is copywriting. So this is what we write inside the emails, okay? And it's basically just writing persuasive email copy. What we're trying to do in this copy is tell someone why they should buy and try and make them buy. It's as simple as that. Now, understand the basics of copy, but I'm going to give you ChatGPT prompts that you can use, that we use internally for our agency. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can get these prompts. And with these prompts, you can write emails in like seconds, and they're banging, trust me. We've generated like over 5 million for our clients in the past like 90 days, and they're all written by ChatGPT. Obviously we edit them, but they're mainly generated through ChatGPT. What else do you need to do? I would go and read these books: the Adweek Copywriting Handbook, the Boron Letters, and Scientific Advertising. These are pretty short books as well. You can read these in like a week if you really go for it. That's another thing. This is all dependent on how much effort and time you want to put into this. You could learn Klaviyo in 2 days if you really put your mind to it. If you do 1 hour a day, it's going to take you 2 months, right? But you just need to keep going at it. It's the same with these. So absolutely, you don't need to read all of these, but I'm just giving you options. But read some of these copywriting books. It's going to make you understand the psychology behind marketing, what makes people buy, and how to write persuasive copy that I was speaking about earlier. Hands-on practice. Like I was saying, get a demo account for Klaviyo. I put Active Campaign in here. Don't do that. Get a hands-on practice. Start just like making flows, work out how to actually send a campaign, and just play about with it. The only other knowledge and experience you need is customer communication. So when you actually sign a client, this should be super easy. You get them in a WhatsApp chat or a Slack group, and you just tell them exactly what you're doing. You tell them what flows you're building, you tell them the campaigns they're about to send, all that stuff. That should be the most simple part of this. Just tell them what you're doing, and tell them every 1 to 2 days. If this is your first client or your first few clients, you're not really sure what's going on, the clients are going to be apprehensive. So you need to keep communication good and just keep communicating with them. So learn Klaviyo, read these books. I'm also going to give you a bunch of ChatGPT prompts. Now, this is a question that I get like all the time. Who do I need to hire? When you're first starting out, it depends what kind of role you want to take in this agency. Me personally, I wanted to write the copy and do the strategy. So when I first started, all I done was hire a designer because I didn't know how to design for shit. Like my designs look like a 3-year-old's. So it depends what kind of role you want to take. Personally, I would go down the route of hiring a designer. Now, to hire a designer, all you need to do is go into this website, onlinejobs.ph, okay? But what I would do is, when you're starting this out, I would go out onto Online Jobs, put a post up saying that you're wanting to hire a designer for email marketing. You're going to get an absolute influx of people wanting to work for you. When you get into a conversation with these, all you need to say to them is, look, I've not signed any clients yet, but when I do sign them, what price you can get away with? Like, if you've only got one client, you could give them like $200 to $300 per client, depending on how many designs you're doing. So designer or no one. You could hire absolutely no one and just design, write, and do Klaviyo all yourself. You can do that. But if you're like me and you don't really know how to design, you can just hire a designer. But don't hire them before you sign a client. You just tell them that I'm going to hire you when I sign a client. They're going to be fine with it, trust me, because all they want to do is work for someone. But forget about like hiring anybody. Your main priority is signing clients and getting cash in the bank. Lots of people are like, oh, I need to put this system in. I need to hire for this. I need to hire an account manager. I need to do this. You don't need to do any of that. When you're starting an agency as a cash flow business, you've got one priority, cash in the bank. And the only way to do that is signing fucking clients. It's not by hiring people, that's you giving money away. So hire after you've signed. And that's the website I would go to. It's people from the Philippines. It's going to be cheap. The work is amazing. Just make sure that you check their designs. Maybe even get them to do a few sample designs for you. Most of them are quite happy, even if you maybe need to pay like $20 for a design or something. But yeah, main priority is signing clients and getting cash in the bank. Next part, softwares we need, right? Now this is to run the full agency. Don't overcomplicate this either. You need Klaviyo, that's the sending software. Now, don't worry, you're not going to pay for Klaviyo. The client is going to pay for Klaviyo, okay? And this is where you're going to set up all the flows, you're going to send all the campaigns, you're going to track the performance, you're going to be able to do all the reporting. That's where most of the work gets done for email marketing. Now, when we're sending graphics, designed emails, you want to, if you're a designer and you do this and you do it in Canva or Figma or whatever you want to use, that's fine, right? I'm just telling you the two ones that we use. Our designers use Figma and yeah, they use Figma. So That's it. So you need one design software. Now it's up to you if you have a designer, if they pay for it, if they've already got one, or if you want to get a team one so that you can see what's going on inside. That's what I would recommend. We have a team Fig now with the designers inside it so that we can see the designs getting done in real time. Notion as your task management, and this is where you're going to give people tasks. Now, again, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my full Notion database, and it's like a full calendar that we use to help work with clients. We add our designers, we add our Klaviyo technicians to this. We can give them tasks in it. We also add the client so that they can see what's getting done in real time and approve emails and stuff. I'm going to give you my full one in a link in the description as well. But Notion, you can also get a free, Notion doesn't cost, or if you want the team plan, it's going to cost you. Now, to actually take payment, Stripe, I wouldn't use anything apart from Stripe. But the thing is, if you're starting out and you're just young, you don't have like a limited company or an LLC, or you don't have anything like that set up, don't worry about it. Get them to wire it straight to your personal account, whatever. Don't worry about any of this like tax setups and I need to form the business. The first thing that you need to do is start generating revenue. Worry about that shit later. So I would use Stripe. They take a small fee for like the transaction fees, but I would use Stripe. But like I'm saying, get the money any way you can. Supposing you need to take a straight wire transfer to your personal over the phone, just get the money in the bank. And then I would get Loom for like reporting and like showing people what you're doing. Loom is just a screen recording software where you can send the client the link. So that is all you need. And you can get away with getting all this for like probably like 50 bucks. Loom's like £9, you can get a free one. Canva's free if you want it. Notion's free if you want it. You can make all this for zero, but I would recommend maybe getting some of the paid plans. Right, now how to do outreach. This is the hard bit, and this is probably the part that I'm going to do least on because I made another video showing you exactly how to do outreach. So go and click on that if you want to know how to do real outreach. But there's 4 ways that I would go about it right now. Cold call, cold IG DM, LinkedIn DM, and cold email. Cold call, it's pretty simple. You're just going to try and find Shopify websites. This is the hardest one for e-com though, because a lot of Shopify and e-commerce brands don't have any phone numbers, and if it is a phone number, it goes straight to some customer service like phone call center, and you're never going to be able to speak to the actual brand owner. However, if you get Instantly and you buy leads from Instantly, they have sometimes mobile phone numbers, and you can do it with that. I've signed a few clients from mobile phone numbers, and it is a great way to get a hold of the actual owner. Cold Instagram DMs. I'm going to show you how easy this is to do because I'm going to do it right now. All we're going to do is I'm going to search up Keto Brand UK, right? And we're going to go to the For You. I've just found one of my clients, right? So I've got them on Instagram, right? And all I would do is click message and DM them, right? There's another way you can do it. What you can do is try and find out the owner's name. You can do that from a quick Google search. Who is the owner of this brand? Then go into their following, because they're probably going to be following the brand owner or followers. Type in their name, and then you can get straight to the actual business owner's personal Instagram. LinkedIn, self-explanatory. You're just going to find the brand owner and message them on LinkedIn. Cold email, you can do this automated. You can set up instantly. I'm not going to show you how to do that. There's other videos on YouTube that shows you how to do that full thing. But what I will say to you is, offer free work at the start if you have no case studies. If you're coming into this as a complete beginner, you're just starting out, you've never worked with anyone, you've never made an email in your life, you've never done anything, you need to offer free work. There's no other way that you're going to be able to start this unless you start offering free work at the start. It's the chances of you signing a client on like a 2K retainer without having any case studies or any prior experience is literally fucking zero. So offer free work, whether that's like we'll build you a welcome series, we'll make you a new sign up form, we'll build you a full new set of flows. Like, you need to offer the craziest things ever that is going to show the client that you're actually interested in working with them. Or you say to them, like, we'll do the first month for free. That's quite a good one, right? A lot of gurus and stuff will be like, no, don't offer free work. It devalues the service and stuff. If you're first starting out, there's zero chance that you're going to sign a client. So you just need to offer it. The other thing that I would say is follow up like an absolutely insane person. So if you get a reply on any of these platforms, let's say cold Instagram DMs, you've messaged someone and you've said, you know, hey, love the brand. Are you doing anything with email? I'd love to create you a new welcome series completely free of charge. Are you interested? They're like, yeah, whatever. And then they don't reply. You need to hammer this person every 1 to 2 days with more value. Like, look, I signed up to your email list. I saw that on welcome to, your call to action is below the fold of the email. If you put it if you put it above the fold, you could get more clicks. It's like stuff like this. But you just need to keep following up with this person. Do not stop until the person tells you to fuck off. You're looking for a no here. If someone isn't replying to you and you just keep basically harassing them, right? Like, look, I really want to work with you. We could do this. And you need to always lead with value though. Like, if someone's not doing email marketing, they've not got a sign up form, you need to tell them why it would be good to work with you. Like, if you don't have a sign up form on your website, do you know how much revenue you're missing out by not collecting their emails and you're not remarketing to them? Go back to the old thing, like, you could be making as much as 40% more revenue if you just put in email marketing. You need to always lead with value. But like I said, for a full, like, how to do outreach, go to one of the other videos on my YouTube and that shows you exactly how to do it. Now, what to charge, okay? I always like retainers because it's fixed for you and the client, especially if you're first starting out. What a lot of these brands are going to try and say to you is, we'll give you a percentage of the sales that you generate. But 9 times out of 10, if a client does say that or a brand does say that, they're not making much money because they're scared to pay out. So if they're not making much money and you start doing emails for them, the emails probably aren't going to make them that much money. And if you're just getting a small cut of that, it's going to end up being like $200, $300. So I would always go for a retainer. Like I said, you offer free work at the start. Like, if you get a call with someone, they're like, and you say, look, we'll do this for a month free at the start. But after that, if we hit this revenue number on email, then you're going to pay us at least 1K a month. It totally depends on how much the brand's making. I would say anything over 50K a month needs to be like 2K. If it's over 100K a month, 3K a month. That's typically the way that we do it. And then I'm going to be honest, if you're a beginner and you sign someone that's doing like $1 million a month, you're very lucky and you could charge them as much as 5K a month for that. Okay, now how to take payments. Like I said, take payments on Stripe, send an invoice, it's easy. I'm not going to show you how to set up Stripe. There's other videos that shows you how to do that. This is simple. This is Google questions. I'm showing you the high level stuff that you need to know how to run this agency. Or, like I said, collect the cash any way that you can. Supposing you need to go and meet them in person and get the fucking cash off them. Obviously don't do that, but what I'm saying is just take the cash off them any way that you can get it. I make 30K a month profit from my agency and we still don't have any contracts. So if you're on like a sales call and they're like, how do I know that you're not going to rip us off, all this kind of stuff, then you can, if the client really, really wants it, you can create one in ChatGPT, make it on PandaDoc and send them it, they can sign it on PandaDoc. I'm pretty sure there's a free version of PandaDoc as well. But your focus as the agency owner right now is cash in the bank, nothing else. So get Stripe to be able to get the cash and fuck everything else. Like I say, we don't even do contracts right now. We're doing 30K a month profit. It's not really needed. A lot of the clients that we speak to actually prefer that. You get a lot of gurus and stuff that's like, you need to lock them in for 3 months minimum. If you're good at your job and you're providing a good service, they're going to stay. If not, you don't want to lock them in because it's going to be bad juju, bad karma. They're not going to want to work with you, but you've locked them into a contract and you're taking 2K a month off them every month for a shit service. That client's now been burnt. You're not going to make any more money from them in the long run, and you're not going to get any better at your service. So that's how you take payments. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump onto another screen and I'm going to show you exactly how to build out every single automated flow from welcome series, checkout abandonment, cart abandonment, browse abandonment, site abandonment. I'm going to show you how to make these emails. Okay, so I've got this document here and this is going to highlight, I'm going to give this away in a link in the description as well. This is going to show you what needs to be in every single email in every single flow. I'm going to go through this one by one. This is probably going to be the longest part of the video. After I've showed you this, then I'm going to show you how we actually write the emails. And I'm going to show you some of the prompts to use to write these emails. Okay? So, welcome flow. This is when someone signs up on the sign up form, the first email series that they get. What we're trying to do here, introduce the brand, nurture the new subscribers, build some trust, and encourage the first purchase. That is the main thing that we're trying to do here. So, email 1, welcome them to the brand introduction, what do you even sell, what's the product, and then the most important thing is their sign up offer or discount. 9 times out of 10 on a sign up form, you're going to have something like 10% off your first order. You need to tell them that they've got 10% off their first order because they may have signed up, look at it three days again, notice they've got that email and be like, oh yeah, I forgot to sign up for that. Oh, I've got 10% off, I may as well use it. Or it could be like a free gift with the first purchase. There's a bunch of new welcome offers, but that's how you write this first email. Second email, we like to share the brand story, and that's something else. Every single one of these welcome emails, you need to tell them about that sign-up offer. You need to tell them and remind them that they've got 10% off, 20% off, whatever they've got. Because, like I said, this is the number one priority of this welcome flow. Encourage the first purchase. So, email 2, we like to share the brand story. Why did the founder create the brand? Who's the customer? Like, what's the problem that we're trying to fix here? Say it's like a keto brand. A keto brand that sells like keto bars and snacks. Like, what's the story? We've got a keto brand on with us right now, and the founder is a dietitian, and she noticed that there wasn't enough really good like keto snacks and bars that were nutritionist approved and made with like organics ingredients and all that stuff. You're just going to tell them the story. Email 3, we like to do something like highlight the best-selling products with testimonials, and then include the sign-up offer again. Sometimes what we like to do in email 3 as well is an us versus them email. Us versus them email is like what makes this brand different to all of its competitors. Okay. Email 4, educational content about the product use, sign-up offer, discount reminder. Then we're going to, if they get to email 5 and they've still not purchased, we're going to give them another offer, or we can drive them with urgency. Like, look, this discount code's going to expire in 24 hours, etc. Email 6, we normally just go for like a big success story or really speak about like one review in depth, and then again offer the reminder with urgency. Email 7, we just like to do another final reminder of the welcome discount, creating urgency. Now, for a welcome flow, you can have, I say bare minimum 7 emails. Some of the brands have got up to 14, but this is a good way to start and you can build on top of this. Checkout abandonment, I'm not going to go through all of this because I'm going to give it away anyway, but checkout abandonment, this is going to show you what needs to be in each one. Typically, we don't give away a discount code in the first 2 emails. We normally do that in the 3rd email, and these emails get sent to the person when they've just went into checkout, they've not fully completed the purchase, and all we're trying to do is remind them, look, you were going to buy this, and then basically just address the potential objections. Why would they not buy it? Is it because it costs too much? Then we need to tell them why it maybe costs more than competitors. We need to add a bunch of social proof, reviews. So that's your checkout. Cart abandonment tends to be the exact same. It's just a slightly different part of the funnel. Browse abandonment flow, this is when someone engages and views a product but they didn't add it to cart. So we just need to remind them, look, you viewed this, do you want to come back and add it to cart? It's a similar flow. Sunset flow, this is basically just we're trying to re-engage the inactive subscribers on the list. So after a little while, if there's people who are on the list and they're getting sent flows, they're getting sent campaigns, but they're not opening or clicking, they go into what we call an unengaged segment. And all we're trying to do when they enter this unengaged segment is just get them to open or click an email so that they fall back into the engaged segment. That is the only purpose of this flow. Win back flow, this is when we're trying to re-engage the past customers. We normally set this up like 45, more like 30 to 60 days after someone makes a purchase. And all we're trying to say is, look, how was your product? Ask some questions. Did they enjoy it? We miss you. Give them a little discount or something to come back. Now, we always give a discount in the first email here. Why? Because this person has already bought from us. So they're a high value customer, a high value prospect, okay? That's how we do the win back flow. Post-purchase flow is going to be slightly different for every single brand, but that's why I've left this completely empty. But what we're trying to do here is build loyalty, provide value, and more importantly, upsell. I see a takeover from a bunch of accounts where they never try to upsell in the post-purchase flows. Why? That is the main thing that you're trying to do with email marketing, is that retain the customer to try and get them to buy again or buy a different product. That's what you're trying to do here. But I've seen loads of people and they just focus on like, hey, your order's coming soon. Follow us on Instagram. Who gives a fuck about an Instagram follow? Like, obviously we do that as well, but the main thing that you should be trying to do here is trying to get them to buy again. And again, we add discounts in these because they've already bought, so they're a high value prospect. We're allowed to give them a discount. It's a bit different from someone who hasn't purchased yet. We maybe don't want to give away a discount. And also discounts for returning customers is good because it builds loyalty to the brand as well. Site abandonment flow is we're basically trying to get anyone who just went onto the website, never browsed and never added to cart, never done anything. We basically just want to remind them, look, you were on the site, come back and view the products, whatever. Email 2, introduce a discount and return them. We're basically just in all of these emails just trying to get them back on the website. So that is your full flows. These are the most core flows. These are the 8 ones that you need in every single Klaviyo account. There are more, but these are the only ones that you need to start. So, like I say, I'm going to give this away in the description. There's going to be a link where you'll be able to get all of this stuff, and then you can go through, and this is going to give you a full roadmap on how to actually create flows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Notion page, and I'm going to show you how we actually write these emails. So now I'm on our Notion database / client management, task management system. I'm going to give this away as well, but I'm going to show you how to use it first. The flows, this is where we build them. Basically what you do is you go in, you open this up, and then this is where you're going to write the copy. We write the copy straight in here, and then we can assign it to the designer. And then the designer can go make it in Klaviyo, can go make it in Figma or Canva, and then they upload the designs back in here. So when we're doing a design email, this is typically the format that I use because it's simple for the designer to understand it. This is just, I've just made this up, right? Welcome to brand name. Get 10% off your first order with welcome 10. Claim your discount now. This is going to be the call to action button. When you send this to any designer that knows what they're doing, they're going to know exactly how to design this email. What we tend to do is basically just let our designers design how they want. We give them a little brief at the start when we first start working with a client, but after that, all I need to do is put in the copy. The designer will take this, make a lovely design, and when it's done, it gets put in here, it gets approved, and then it gets scheduled from here. But this is the way that we typically do them. So the way that this would look is basically a really simple email, and it's like, welcome to the brand. We're 100% organic, sustainably sourced, full of flavor, tells you what they do, 3 like bullet benefits, a quick review, and then another call to action. You want to make your emails as simple and as small as possible. The reason for that is no one really reads emails in full. Most people, you'll know yourself, if you get an email from a brand, 9 times out of 10 you scroll it for like 3 seconds. max. So if you start making these big long emails, nobody's ever going to get to the bottom of it. So make your emails short, and if you've got a few things to say, break it up into more emails. That's the best way to do it. Nice and short, to the point. And the thing is, I got caught into this trap as well when I was first starting. I used to think, oh, my copy is like really good, it's got a bunch of benefits in it, and I know that this is like going to work here. But the thing is, nobody's reading it all. So you just need to make it short, concise, to the point, tell them what the offer is, and like I said, just concise and to the point. So that's your flows, and this is your campaigns, and it's the exact same. In here we've got a calendar that you're going to use, and then you open it up, it's the same page, and we can copy that one in again, and it's the same for your campaigns. Let's say this was a campaign, we get it, you can put to be designed, you tell them the segment that it's going to go in, this is for yourself, 30-day engaged, assignee, then we would assign the designer there as well. And we can add comments on this as well. So like I said, I'm going to give you all this away. So that's the way that we write or design emails and get them designed. Right, what I'm going to do now is basically just show you really quickly how to set up flows in Klaviyo and how to send a campaign. It is super simple. The most important thing is that you've got all the other stuff dialed inside your Notion page, and the designer's making the designs and stuff. Once that is done, it's easy. So create flow. A lot of the time we can just use these ones here. It's like browse abandonment. We can basically just click this and it's going to give us a pre-made flow. You can use these, but what I'm going to do is just show you how to build your own, because this is super simple. So let's do checkout abandonment test. You can use AI. I typically don't like that, but I'm going to show you how to create it manually so that you always know how to do this. So select trigger, checkout started, it's straight there, but you can go to all the triggers here. So if someone gets added to a list, you would use this as like a newsletter segment, a welcome segment, or if they join a segment, remember I was speaking about the sunset unengaged, when someone joins an unengaged segment, they get the flow. So these are all the triggers. This is what starts the action. So we're just going to go for checkout started. Now, in here, all I need to do is, when some checkout is started, for this one, we also need to do placed order 0 times since starting this flow. And what this is going to do is basically make sure that when someone adds to checkout, they're not just going to get it even if they've purchased. You need to make sure that you put in all these profile filters and flow filters. And again, what I'm going to do is give you all of the profile and trigger filters that you need to add to every single checkout abandonment, browse abandonment. I'm going to give all that away in a document as well. So, to actually build the emails and the flows is super simple. What we normally do for like a checkout abandonment is a time delay. So after someone's checked out, we leave them 30 minutes. So what that's going to do is, after 30 minutes, it's going to wait. That's 30 hours, 30 minutes. Once someone started checkout, it's going to wait 30 minutes, then it's going to do the next thing that we do here. And then we're going to put in an email. Then you can edit the email inside here. Now, what we like to do with our design emails, bit controversial, but we just use image only emails. I get the designer to split it up into multiple emails. So let's see what we do here. It's like save templates. We have like a little template that we use, which is this one. And then what we do is just drop in the images to here. And then we get the Klaviyo tech to basically just slice up all the images, and we add all of the different images into this part. Make sure you put in the URLs of where it's going to head to, and that's it. That's how you design an email. Should be pretty simple. And you come out, you put your subject line, preview text, who it's from, etc., etc. Done. So that's checkout. And then what you would do, let's go back into that actually. So like I said, there's going to be 6 emails in this. What we normally do after that is another time delay. Once you've put the time delay, this one may be hours. We're going to wait another 4 hours. Then you send them the second email. And then after the second email, it might be like 1 day, then 2 days, then 4 days. And you're wanting to gradually split it up over a certain period of time so that they're not just getting rammed with emails constantly. Typically, we have 6 emails in a checkout abandonment, and it's spaced over like 1.5 to 2 weeks, because sometimes people need that long to actually make a buying decision. So that's how you set up a flow. It's super simple. Like I say, I'm not going to go through everything, but that's how you set up a flow. Then, campaigns. Create campaign. I'm just going to name this test campaign. This is the exact same thing. Now, what you're going to do is you've got an audience, you've got like 30 engaged. We pick the audience and the segment that this is going to send to. Typically, we only send to 30, 60, and 90-day engaged people. These are people who are actively opening and clicking emails. So that's what we typically do. I normally just turn that off because I want everybody to get this email. Next. Subject line, you pick your template, you add the images, or sometimes we just do plain text emails, which is you would just come up here, plain text. If you're going to do a design email, remember you need to pick your template first, but sometimes they're just plain text emails, in which case it just looks like someone's just written an email on their normal email software and it comes through like this. And I'll actually put one in for you right now, just to show you exactly what this looks like. So I just made this really quickly on ChatGPT, and so it's like, hey, first name, you need to actually put the first name tag in here. And then what we would do is we would just put a link in here, link that to the URL where we want to send them to. Thanks, David, nice and personal. We do send a bunch of these emails as well. So that's how you send campaigns, and this is exactly how it'll look. These ones perform so well, it's unbelievable. So that is how you send a campaign, and that's how you set up some flows. I'm going to go back over to the Miro board and then we'll finish this off. Right guys, by now I've given you everything that you need to be able to start this. I've given you all the knowledge that you need to learn, shown you the books, shown you how to send an email, shown you how to set up a flow. I'm giving away all of the stuff to actually build all the flows, all the filters you need, all of like what's going to be inside the emails. We're going to give you ChatGPT prompts to actually write the emails for you. Now it comes down to the sales calls. If you manage to get someone on a call after you've offered them some free work and you've sent them maybe a few email designs or whatever you've managed to do to get these people on a call, I don't like using sales scripts or any of that fancy stuff, and I close a very high percentage of the sales calls that I go on. My best piece of advice is just be a person. Business and like sales and that, everybody's like loves to use all these tactics and trying to hard press someone into a sale. Just be a person, just be yourself. If you absolutely need a script, this is kind of what I use. Opening, small talk. Oh, thank you so much for jumping on the call. Where is it you guys are from? Oh, I've got relatives there. Bullshit, whatever, I don't know. 2 to 3 minutes of this, then you want to get straight into the call. What I normally do is start that off by just telling them how these calls normally go. Even if this is you've not signed anyone, you just say, look, I've been on a few sales calls or whatever, you just say, look, this is how these calls will normally go. I'm going to ask you some questions about your business to figure out if we can actually help you. If I can actually help you, then I'm going to show you what we do, show you all of our services, how everything works. At the end of the call, all that I ask is if you give us a yes or a no. Sound fair enough? They can't say anything else to that, okay? If someone starts giving you, I just want to know the price, I just want to know the price. There's fancy sales shit to go to like objection handle that, but see if someone was started doing that to me, I would just end the call. I would be like, look, if you've came onto this to just ask for the price within 2 minutes, I would either just give them the price and tell them to fuck off, but right away I would just be like, this is a red flag, I don't want to work with this person. But Anyway, that's what you do. You tell them how it's going to go. Then you're going to ask them about the business. For email marketing, what you need to know is, are they doing anything with email right now? What is the percentage that they're generating from email right now? Do they have any flows set up? Are they sending any campaigns? And are they generating traffic from another source like Facebook ads? What you ideally want is they've got fuck all set up, but they are generating traffic from Facebook ads. The reason I say if they're generating from Facebook ads is because, like I said at the start, email does not generate top of funnel traffic, and you need top of funnel traffic to be able to email market to people. So they need to be generating traffic from somewhere. Write every single thing that they say, write it down, because it can come in handy when you go to this next part. So if you truly believe that you can get them results, then pitch them. And what I mean by this is, if you get on a call with a client and they're already doing 55% of their email, if their total revenue from email, the chances are you're probably going to fucking trash the account and you're not going to be able to help them. But if they've not got any flows set up, or they've got one flow set up and it's a checkout abandonment, they've got nothing else set up, and you truly believe, right, if I put all this stuff in, they're going to get results, then you want to pitch them. And the way that you pitch them is basically just tell them everything that you're going to do. This is exactly how I do it. I just tell them, look, we're going to set up all these flows for you. You don't need to do anything. We're going to put in the welcome flow, checkout abandonment, browse abandonment. We're going to put in all these flows. Once you've got these flows, you have them forever. They're automated. These will generate you cash as long as they're turned on and live, and as long as you're getting traffic to the website. Then we say, as well as that, we're going to do 20 campaigns a month, so on and so forth. We're going to try and get you from 5% of your total revenue from email to 20% in the next 60 days. Then the most important thing is ask for the sale. You need to be like, after you've said that, and then you tell them your price, it's going to be 2K a month, because you guys are doing 50K a month. It's going to be 2K a month. You sit and you say nothing. If you pitch them the price and they don't say anything and it gets awkward, you just stay awkward. Just sit there and don't say anything, because it is kind of true, but it's like kind of cliche. It's like, after the price has been said, the first one who speaks loses. And it is so true. If you pitch your price and then immediately start talking after it, you're trying to justify your price. So if I was to be on a sales call and I say, it's 3K a month, and they don't say anything, and I give it like 5 seconds of silence, and I started saying, the reason it's 3K a month is because of this and it's because of that. Instantly, they've lost respect for this, and I'm trying to justify my price. It just doesn't work. You just need to say your price, say nothing, wait for them to speak first. Eventually, they will speak. They might ask a question, and then you can go through objection handling. I'm not going to go through objection handling on this video because it could be here for ages. But the most important thing is you need to ask them for the sale. And you need to say, look, do you want to do this? Don't let them get off a call without saying if they want to or not. What I normally do as well to make this easy is actually ask them for the no. Be like, look, I totally get it. If you're speaking to other agencies, if you think the price is too high, whatever, just tell me no. It won't hurt my feelings. And 9 times out of 10, when you say something like that, they're going to say, well, I don't want to say no, it's this is the reason why I'm apprehensive. Then they'll tell you the reason, and then you can just go ahead and handle that objection. You need to ask them for the objections. A lot of the time they're scared to say what the objections are. They might be like, look, we worked with a freelancer before and they fucked up the account, whatever. And then you're like, right, I know, but I've just laid out exactly everything that I'm going to do. Do you trust that I know what I'm doing? You go into the objection handling again, and then again, ask them for the sale. You need to be ABC, always be closing. It doesn't matter where, like at every single part of this, you crush one objection and then you ask them for the sale again. Right, if we can do this, do you want to go ahead with it? Just keep asking for the yes. And that's pretty much it, how to close on a sales call. Now, this is the numbers on an agency that you need to get to 10K a month. Aim for around 5 to 7 clients paying you like 1.5 or 1K to 2K each. You're going to manage all of the flows across them, 20 to 30 campaigns per month for each client. You're going to do all the A/B tests and that on their flows. There are 8 to 10 flows. after paying your designers, and if you get a Klaviyo technician to do the Klaviyo stuff and that, you should have at least 80% profit margins because you're just starting. Bigger agencies have got like 40% profit margins, but you should not be giving away any more than 20% of the total revenue that you're generating from each client. Like I said before, if you charge a client 2K, that should only cost you, in theory, like 200 to 300 bucks per client for a designer. And to be honest, that's all you really need when you're starting out. So that is the numbers on how to get to 10K a month. Now, this could take you 3 months, it could take you 6 months, it could take you fucking 24 months. How long is a piece of string? I don't know. It just depends how many times you outreach people and also how good your results are. Because all it takes for you to get 7 clients is you sign one client, they refer you to their friend, because this always happens. You get good results for them. They refer you to 2 of their e-commerce brand friends, because e-commerce brand owners know other e-commerce brand owners. They're all in different groups. I've had like 6 referrals from one client. All you need to do is focus on volume of outreach, and more importantly than that, the actual results that you get for your clients. You need to get obsessed with getting your clients good results, and that's how you retain them. Don't get into that churn and burn mode where people are just like constantly signing new clients, because it just doesn't work. You need to get 5 to 7 clients paying you 1.5 to 2K each. Then you will get to 10K a month profit with your agency. And it's as simple as that. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. If you want all of the stuff that I've said, I'm going to give you away all the ChatGPT prompts, the Notion calendar, how to set up all the flows. Can't remember what else, but click the link in the description, sign up to the newsletter. Once you've signed up to the newsletter, there'll be an automated email that sends you all of this stuff completely free of charge. You don't need to pay it, and that can get you started. You'll be able to write campaigns in seconds. You'll be able to know how to write out all the flows and build them all out. And we're also going to give you the ChatGPT prompts, and we're going to give you the Notion calendar to actually manage all the tasks for when you sign a client. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Sign up to the newsletter, get all the free stuff, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one.